Hi, everybody.
Hey. Who's got the next?
Hey Maya, you shot 37% from three last season. How excited are you to come in here this season for your first season after transferring this summer to bring that deep shooting, three-point shooting to this offense, knowing Caitlin and Braylon had so much success last season from behind the arc? What excites you about that offense with the Coach Hurd and how you fit into that?
Yeah, well, first, I'm just really excited to be here, and I think bringing that attribute of my game, as far as, being able to shoot the three with everyone else along with me, I think it's going to open up a lot for us because a lot of teams are going to have to guard us from three, and that opens up the driving lanes and, drives and kicks and stuff like that. And so I think, just the trust that we all have in one another to know that, like, whoever we pass the ball to, we're going to knock it down. And just being able to, have that in my game and bring that along with, like you said, Kate, Bray, Deja, all of them is going to be really, really hard to guard.
Coach just talked about it a couple minutes ago in terms of starting slow last year at times, and obviously you weren't there for that, but that was one of the things that plagued this team at times last year, and then they heated up as the game went along. Does that start with a game plan of getting off to a better start, or does that start from the internal motivation of players to, ramp it up from the get-go?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I would say it's more of internalizing it as a player because, the coaches are going to prepare us. We're going to scout. We're going to work hard in practice every single day. But when it's game day, it comes from being locked in, everybody really focusing on the game plan and being able to come out and execute that. And I think as a player, you have to have that internal fire, that internal motivation within you to come out and say that, okay, we're not going to have a slow start. We're going to get on them from the jump, especially when we're playing at home. Like, that's huge for us. And so just having that, motivation within yourself, I think is very, very important.
Walk us through what that transition has been like for you to come back home knowing you're from right up the road. Just talk about how that transition to come back home for this offseason, how you were able to grow and adapt from it.
Yeah, that's a great question because, you always think, transferring somewhere is definitely going to be hard. It's going to be an adjustment. For me, though, I thought it was fairly simple, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this team, as soon as I got here, everybody accepted me, welcomed me with open arms. Everyone was just such like a family type of atmosphere. Like, I never felt uncomfortable. I never felt like I was on my own. The coaches were great. The team was great. And just being able to come back home, like, I really felt that like a piece of me had been missing. And just to be able to come back here and be a part of this team where the team chemistry is great, and everyone is just, they want to win. So the transition for me was fairly simple, and it was because everybody around me made it that way.
Coach just talked about moving some players around their natural positions. She mentioned you and getting back to that one position as the point guard, but she also talked about your versatility and you being able to shoot from the two. Just how much do you think that will open up the offense this year and be able to help this team, down the run in close games like that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be phenomenal because it's going to allow not only me to play free, but the team to play free. Coming back to the one position, there were some adjustments I had to make, but it's in my blood, So just being able to come back and be able to control the game, but also have my teammates and the coaching staff trust that I'm going to be able to make the right decisions as well. And just me playing free, I think it's going to be really, really good. And then playing at that two position, that was the position I played for 3 years at Seton Hall as well. So like you said, versatility, but also it's just having the comfortability and trust within the team to know that we're going to be okay.
Maya, you grew up a little bit north of here, and obviously the rivalry between UC and Xavier, historically huge. You obviously heard about that growing up. You had your best game of the season last year against Xavier in the Big East. Was there any lean one way or another growing up? Were you a UC fan, a Xavier fan, or were you just kind of agnostic on
it? To be honest with you, I wasn't really that much of a big fan of either one of them. I was an Ohio State fan at that time period. And so, but as I continued to grow up and throughout the recruiting process, I had, come favored more towards UC just because of the relationship that I have with Coach Hurd. But yeah, when I was younger, it was all Ohio State. But now, we can forget that.
Don't let her sit here and influence this answer, but what does Coach want out of a point guard?
She wants someone that's a leader, and as a leader, I mean vocally, emotionally, physically, and just leads by example as well, but also someone that has a good relationship with her, because she's very, very big on point guard, coach relationship, just being able to talk to her, be honest with her, and, build that trust and communication. Like, that's the biggest thing with her is communication, and just someone that's going to work hard and that she knows that she can depend on in, tough situations. And also with her, though, it's just if you, she knows how to, talk to people. And as a point guard, I, as a coach on the floor, have to be able to do the same exact thing. and just like someone that's a good person as well, because the team is going to look up to me and, you know, look up to that position. And so just having someone that can relate to everybody is really, really important, and not think that, okay, I'm over everybody, but we're all one team, and, you know, we're going to get through with it, like whatever together.
So when you talk about some of that point guard being in your blood, is that some of the stuff you're talking about too, not just the on-court stuff? But
Yeah. Like, I think for me, I try to build relationships with the team off the court. Like I said, when I very first got here, they were very, very welcoming. And, you know, just spending time with them and getting to know them off the court, I think helped a lot with our team chemistry. And I don't think it's all about X's and O's. It's about those relationships so that when you get in tough situations, you know that you can go to war with those people that you're on the court with.
So you mentioned your relationship with Coach Hurd. Obviously, she recruited you during the recruiting process around the first time. Just walk us through what your relationship is like now with Coach Hurd.
It's grown. It's grown a lot. I mean, we were close the first time around, and it had come down between Seton Hall and UC. And so just the second time around, I think we've built, like, I don't know, I think she's like, I consider her as like a family member just because of how, you know, we are able to communicate. I can go up to her office and talk to her at any time. It's just the trust that we have off the court, and on the court, she's going to get on me, but I know that she has my back and she knows that I have her back. So that's really, really awesome for me.
Anything else from Mya?
Thank you, guys.